prestigious master's degree by studying at 3 different top universities across Europe. Imagine living in Spain for 1 semester, Italy for the next, and France for your final year. Now, imagine doing all of that with 0 debt, because your tuition is paid for, your insurance is covered, and you receive a generous monthly salary just to be a student. This is the Erasmus Mundus Joint Masters Scholarship. It is arguably the most prestigious and financially generous scholarship in the world, open to applicants from any country. You can subscribe if you are looking for a fully funded path to a European master's degree. But here's the catch, and is why so many people get confused and fail. There is no single Erasmus application form. You do not apply to the European Union. Erasmus is an umbrella for over 150 different distinct master's programs. To get the scholarship, you have to find the specific program that fits your background and apply directly to them. Today, I'm going to stop the confusion. I'm taking you on a deep dive into the official European Commission sources. We will walk through exactly what this scholarship is, how the money works, who is eligible, and the precise step-by-step process to find your program and apply. This is your definitive guide to the Erasmus Mundus. Let's get started. First, we need to define exactly what we are talking about. As you can see on the official page, an Erasmus Mundus Joint Master, or EMJM, is a high-level integrated study program. It is not offered by one single university. It is designed and delivered by an international consortium, a group of at least 3 higher education institutions from different countries. These programs last between 12 and 24 months, which translates to 60, 90, or 120 ECTS credits. The defining characteristic of Erasmus Mundus is mandatory mobility. You cannot stay in one place. You must conduct your studies in at least 2 different countries represented in the consortium during the program. This international experience is baked into the curriculum. And when you graduate, you don't just get a pat on the back. You receive either a joint degree, one single diploma issued on behalf of the universities, or multiple degrees, at least 2 separate diplomas from different universities in the group.
Now, let's talk about the funding. This is what makes Erasmus Mundus so competitive. It's a fully funded scholarship. As the official guidance states, the scholarship is a comprehensive contribution to your costs. It covers 3 main areas. First, full tuition fees. All your participation costs, library fees, laboratory costs, and tuition are paid directly to the consortium. You pay nothing to study. Second, full insurance. You receive comprehensive health and accident insurance that covers you throughout your time in Europe. Third, and most importantly for your daily life, a subsistence allowance. This is a monthly salary to cover your living costs, rent, food, transport, and leisure. Under the current Erasmus Plus program, the funding mechanism has been simplified. The EU provides a lump sum to the consortium for each scholarship student, and they manage the disbursements. While the exact logistics can vary slightly between programs, the expectation is a generous monthly stipend that allows you to focus entirely on your studies without needing a part-time job. However, there is a crucial nuance you must understand. Not every student accepted into an Erasmus Mundus program gets the scholarship. A program might accept 30 students in total, but only have EU funding for 15 scholarships. The top 15 ranked applicants get the full funding package. The next 15 might be offered a spot as a self-funded student. Your goal is to be in that top tier.
Before you start dreaming of European cafes, we need to do a brutal eligibility check. If you don't meet these criteria, you cannot apply for the scholarship. The good news is that in terms of nationality, it's wide open. Students from all over the world are eligible. There are no geographical restrictions. Academically, you must hold a first higher education degree, a bachelor's degree or equivalent, by the time the master's program starts. If you are in the final year of your undergraduate studies, you can usually still apply, provided you submit proof that you will graduate before the master's begins. You also cannot have received an Erasmus Mundus Master or doctoral scholarship before. This is a one-time opportunity. But here's the big one, the hidden rule that disqualifies many people. It's often called the 12-month rule. This rule applies to applicants from partner countries, which roughly means most countries outside of the EU. You are not eligible for the scholarship if you have resided or carried out your main activity, like studies or work, for more than a total of 12 months over the last 5 years in any of the program countries, EU member states and a few others like Norway or Turkey. This rule is designed to prevent people who are already established in Europe from getting funding that is meant to bring in new international talent. If you've just spent the last 2 years working in Germany, you likely won't qualify for the scholarship, even if you get into the program. Check this carefully.
Okay, you are eligible and you want the funding. How do you apply? Remember, you don't apply to the EU Commission. You apply to a specific program. Your journey begins right here at the Erasmus Mundus catalogue. This is the only official directory of all currently funded programs. This is your treasure map. Scroll down and you'll see a long list of programs with acronyms like EMLE, WACOMA, or Choreomundus. There are over 150 of them. You need to filter this list based on your background. Use the fields on the left to narrow it down by field of study, engineering, arts, social sciences, law, etc. Your first task is to browse this catalog and identify a short list of 3 to 5 programs that look like a perfect fit for your academic background and career goals.
Once you find a program in the catalog that interests you, click on its acronym or title. This will take you away from the EU Commission site and to that specific program's own website. That is where the real action happens. That is where you apply. On each specific program website, you need to become a detective. You are looking for tabs like admission requirements, how to apply, scholarship application, and most importantly, deadlines. Every program has its own specific requirements. One might ask for a GRE test score. Another might require a portfolio of artwork. Another might need proof of specific mathematics prerequisites. You must read the How to Apply guide on each specific program site carefully. Do not assume that the requirements for one program are the same as for another.
Let's talk about timing. This is an annual cycle. Generally, applications for the upcoming autumn intake open around October or November of the previous year. They typically close between January and March. For example, if you want to start your master's in September 2026, you would need to apply between October 2025 and January 2026. You need to be prepared well in advance. When the application window is open, you will create an account on the specific program's application portal and upload your documents. Crucially, there is almost always a checkbox or a specific section on the application form that asks, do you wish to be considered for the Erasmus Mundus Scholarship? You must check yes. If you miss that box, you will only be considered for admission, not the funding.
While every program is different, about 95% of them will require this standard set of documents. You should start gathering these months before applications open. Degree certificate or diploma, a scanned copy of your bachelor's degree. If it's not in English or the language of instruction of the consortium, you will need to provide a certified translation. Official academic transcripts, a complete list of all courses taken and grades received during your bachelor's degree. Again, translations may be needed. Your CV. This needs to be clear and professional. The Europass format is highly recommended as it's the European standard that evaluators are used to. There is an official online builder for this. Proof of English proficiency. You will need an official certificate. IELTS, usually an academic band of 6.5 or 7.0 minimum, or TOEFL IBT are the standard everywhere. Some programs accept Duolingo, but many do not. You must check the specific program site for their rules. A copy of your passport to prove your identity and nationality. Letters of recommendation. Usually 2 letters are required, either from professors or employers. These must be on official letterhead with signatures and contact details. The letter of motivation. This is the most crucial document you will write. It's typically 1 to 2 pages where you explain why you want this specific program, why you deserve the scholarship over hundreds of other applicants, and what your career goals are. This is where you convince the consortium that you are the right investment. Get these documents ready, scanned into clear PDFs, and organized in a folder.
Let's summarize the process. Go to the official Erasmus Mundus catalogue, filter by your field and shortlist programs. Visit the specific website of each shortlisted program. Check their specific eligibility, document requirements, and deadlines. Prepare your documents, including a killer motivation letter. Apply directly through the program's portal before the deadline, making sure to indicate you want the scholarship. This is a competitive process, but the reward is life-changing. A world-class multi-country education with zero financial burden. Don't let the complexity scare you off. Just take it one step at a time. Use the official links I've shown you today. They are all in the video description. Start your research now. Don't forget to subscribe. Good luck.